turning around right now. She is going around the clamshell straight into a heel to figure up, but unfortunately just going down on that trick as well.
Nearly had it. Had a solid run leading up to that moment.
Fortunately, these girls get 2 shots at their run, so unfortunately she wasn't able to land this particular run, but on this next one, I know she'll be able to stick her complete and full run, no doubt.
Yeah, and if you want to make it on the podium, you have to have a perfect run. There's no room for error out here. This is the ISF World Championship, the world's biggest stage for scootering. There's only one way for you to make it happen.
So the next rider we have at the top is...
Looks like we got Claire Parks coming out of A-Town, California. That's Atascadero, the scooter town of Central Coast, California. So many heavy hitters. We saw Chris Ferris earlier today from there.
That is a breeding ground for great scooter riding. Atascadero has so many notable riders.
Let's see what Claire Parks can bust out right now.
Starting off with an inward up the step up, turning around the berm, dropping straight in towards the box with a double heel kickless to whip.
That was so big and so clean.
Done, executed perfectly. Straight into a big umbrella, way over coping.
Just boosting through the park and going fast.
Whip bar up the bank wall, flying over the box backwards, looping around the clamshell straight into a bar to double whip over the box hip.
You can tell just by the way she drops in that she is meant to be here on the world stage.
Buttercup over the hip, perfectly done. She looks so dialed on her scooter right now. Like, she is flowing around the park with excellent speed. She's killing it right now.
Unstoppable Claire Parks, bri flip, tail whip. Just a few seconds left of the run.
360 on top of the box.
And that's a way to do your first run. This is the finals, folks.
And that was an amazing run by Claire Parks.
The crowd support for these women is unbelievable. Everybody's standing in watching. Who's going to take it? 7 of the best female riders in the world. We're halfway through run number 1. And our next rider up, your top qualifier from yesterday, we got Lucy Evans coming from the UK. As you said, Will, she's got some big tricks. She's got a very interesting style and puts it all together. And it's the reason why she qualified in first yesterday.
She has a very unique foot stance that is unlike any competitor we've seen out here, whether it's men or women. And she has some big tricks to follow up her unique style. So we're going to see her go right now.
She's flying through the judges and the commentators' booth to get enough speed to do this massive first trick. Check it out. Here comes Lucy Evans.
Starting off with
Watch closely.
Massive fast plant front flip and sticks it perfectly.
It's so big. Well, and the fact that she does a fast plant front flip and still carries that momentum over the whole box jump, it's super impressive. And she follows it up by keeping that speed going, does the bri flip air, boosting over that volcano, so much height.
Boosting around the back of that roller, around the clamshell, straight into a
wow
whip rewind, perfectly executed.
Unbelievable that she's got these tricks so consistently locked.
Finger whip over the roller, straight into a bar whip air. She's going up and around, avoiding the front lip.
Bri flip tail whip.
Bri flip tail whip. Staying alive with a bar twist whip air.
You know, Will, that's the trick that gave her a hard time yesterday, the bar twist whip, and she just does it right there like it's no big deal.
Like it's no big deal.
Bri twist.
Bri twist air, perfectly done.
Mick whip at the end.
Wow.
That's a behind the back finger whip, and just having some fun at the end, throwing a tail whip on her way off the quarter pipe. That's Lucy Evans, your top qualifier from yesterday.
With another phenomenal run.
And the only one that has to follow her for run number 1 is your previous world champion, Becca Ortiz, defending the title out here. Can she do it again?
Well, we're about to find out right now.
That's right.
She's been training hard. She's been putting in a lot of work. So let's see what Becca can do right now. Becca has been training with Chris Ferris, a phenomenal athlete that we saw earlier today. And I know that she has some bangers up her sleeve right now that she's willing to unveil for all of us right now at Lake Havasu, Arizona.
Gonna watch the scores roll in. It looks like that run putting Lucy into second place with a 70.33 and Claire Parks with a 73.67 currently sitting in first.
Becca's dropping in right now. Heading straight for the big hip with a nice T-bog. Straight into a triplet up the step up. She's pumping around the vert berm.
I think Becca has the most experience out here compared to the other ladies in the division when it comes to competing. And I think her bag of tricks is also just slightly bigger. So if she can put it all together, she might be a 2-time world champ.
Big backflip, big inward air, big flare.
Look at that.
She is now the first girl competitor to do 2 different flip variations in her run. She's looking very strong out here right now. Big
kickless rewind. Got to keep that momentum going. The sun's coming out. It's getting a little warmer out here in Lake Havasu. It's hard to say if it's going to have an effect on these competitors.
Heel rewind over the box hip, going around the helmet, pumping. She's going up and over the roller with a nice double tail whip.
Keeping it clean, keeping it consistent.
She is doing so
5
many
seconds
tricks
left
here. I feel like the faster you go, the more tricks you can do.
And that's going to do it for Becca Ortiz, your defending champion. Now, I'm not a judge or anything, but I think we might have ourselves a new leader. What do you think, Will?
I feel like that was definitely a winning run right there compared to the other runs that we've seen. She was going so fast, had so much amplitude, and I'm excited to see how these next second runs from the girls will combat what Becca just did.
Well, one big factor to think about in this park is the flow. I mean, it's a bowl. You have to go fast, you have to go high, and you got to connect it all. The stop and start might be something that hurts the competitors out here today. We're going to see what the judges think.
Absolutely. I feel like these girls out here are kind of lucky because they're able to do their runs pretty close after they did their first runs, considering there's only 6 competitors.
Well, it's the finals.
But it's the finals, so it means that there's a lot of intensity, there's a lot of anxiety, there's also a lot of excitement. So we're going to see how all of those emotions manifest onto the playing field right now. We're starting back up at the top with...
We're going to have Emily Gibson going first. Just watching the scores come in. 3 of the 5 judges have put in their scores. Now 4, and we're almost finalized. We're going to see what happens here. Looks like all the scores in, 71.33 for Becca, putting her into second place. Claire Parks still holding the lead, and you know what, Will? I think it has a lot to do with the flow factor. Absolutely. Being able to connect the run, keep the speed up.
Absolutely. So we have a nice kickless to whip this time. She's one-upped her first run so far, going up and over the roller, straight into a big bri whip air, pushing frontside air over the hip, going over the extended spine with an air, cruising around the skate park, showing that she's able to ride everywhere in here. Nice deck grab, taking her front foot off. Emily Gibson is looking good out here, dropping in.
Yeah, solid riding from all of these competitors. And Emily's got a nice bag of tricks that she seems to have pretty dialed. Unfortunately, missing a couple on this run. Probably going to go with the first run score, as her first run was flawless. She did land everything that she was looking for. And that's going to do it here for Emily Gibson. It's the World Championships.
And that was our second run. I feel like that was not good enough to make it into the podium, but still great effort.
Unfortunately, she won't be on the podium. Her first run was a 66.33, and I do think that it's not going to be an improvement, so she's going to remain in 4th place. Hey, but it's still great. She came all the way out here, and she made the finals, which is super important on the world's biggest stage. She can say, hey, I'm one of the best 7 riders in the world.
Absolutely. The next rider that we have is Lucy
Davis.
Lucy Davis. Lucy Davis is out here doing some phenomenal stunts. Let's see if she is able to improve from her first run with her second run.
Do you think she's going to get checkered sock power?
I've been noticing that a lot of the girl riders out here have been wearing the checkered aesthetic. Seemed like yesterday there was checkered pants, checkered shorts.
Well, she got the power to do that first trick, the heel whip, Superman finger whip, which slipped her up on the first run, following it up with a bar spin double tail whip. Solid start here for Lucy Davis.
She's pumping around the clamshell right now, heading for the box hip with a nice triple whip.
The height on that, too.
Going up and over the roller with a nice double whip, straight into a kickless air on the 8-foot. Bar spin over the roller.
Putting it all together.
Turning around. She's looking like she's having a way better run this time. Turn around. Bar spin feeble. Dropping in to a dry whip air.
Coming into the last 15 seconds of her run. Going to have to fit in a few more tricks here.
5 more seconds left. We'll see what her final trick is going to be. And it is a bar twist, and she's ending off with a double whip flat.
Well, that's the run she was looking for. I mean, that first trick slipped her up in the first run, but she pulled it out in the second and was able to stomp every single trick she tried.
Absolutely.
And the next rider up is going to be Finley Campbell out of California. I think this is our youngest competitor here in the finals.
Finley Campbell is standing up top.
Currently sitting in 6th place. Going to look to improve her first run score. Try to make her way onto the podium.
She is standing on top of the big hip right now, waiting for her opportunity to go in and show us what she's got.
Scores coming in for Lucy Davis's run, 67.67, putting her in 4th place and knocking Emily Gibson down to 5th.
Finley starts off with a deck grab, then to a double whip over the hump in the back. Drop it in to the quarter pipe, heading straight for the helmet. Pumping up and around, getting above that midline.
Yeah, solid carve.
Tail whip over the roller. Pumping front side around the 8-foot quarter pipe. Backside feeble on the quarter pipe, straight into a bri.
Yeah, nice solid bri flip air, textbook. Landing it clean and keeping the run going.
Nice bar twist fly out right there for her. She's riding around the back of the helmet.
Coming back up to the top of the course with a quarter of the run left.
Going up and around over the roller with a back scoot deck grab. That was awesome. Turn around.
Toboggan. That's going to do it for Finley Campbell coming out to the World Championships, making the finals, putting down a solid, clean, flawless run. That's what you like to see out here.
And that was an awesome run by Finley. Definitely a one-up compared to her first run, so I'm excited to see how these scores stack up for her right now.
Our next rider up out of Napier Hawks Bay, we got Alex Matson getting set up over by the judges in between the commentator booth and where the judges are hanging out to get a lot of speed for that first trick we saw in her first run. It's all about putting it all together, though. You got to stomp the big tricks, and you got to stomp the ones in between as well. She's currently sitting down at the bottom in 7th place, but we know her abilities. We know what she can do. Here she comes. Let's see if she's got it.
Alex dropping in with a double-heeled kickless to whip. Looking very fantastic out there so far. Landing it perfectly. Heading over to a nice buttercup air. Perfectly
Beautiful.
executed.
I mean, she's flying high, she's going fast, and she's got the big tricks.
Absolutely.
There's that flare we saw yesterday. She's putting it down again.
Beautiful flare from Alex.
Front feeble 270 back in. Getting a pump in, trying to pick up some more speed.
Going over the hip. She is turning around right now. Pumping around the clamshell straight into a heel to finger whip.
There we go, Alex.
Landed it phenomenally.
These are such high-pressure tricks, too, and to be able to throw them in within a 60-second run, it's so difficult.
Back disaster. Straight into a heel whip flyout.
And that's going to do it for Alex Matson's second run. I think that's going to be an improvement from what we saw in the first. Waving it off to the crowd, Alex Matson. She's been in the sport for so long and has always been an inspiration to young female riders around the world. And look at that. She's getting a flyover from these Apache helicopters.
Apache helicopters looking crazy.
I know we got the boat races going on behind us today in Lake Havasu. It's a beautiful day, the most beautiful day we've seen this weekend. On Thursday, it was hot. Friday, it was hot. Yesterday, a little cooler, started storming. But today we have the most perfect day. It started off in the 60s. It's made its way into the mid-70s with the sun out, almost no clouds in the sky. You can't ask for a better day for the ISF World Championship Finals.
No, you cannot. It's a beautiful sunny day out here. We're sitting at 81 degrees. It's warming up. It's getting hot. But you know what? For Arizona, it isn't even that hot.
It feels good.
It gets way hotter here.
Next rider up, your current leader, Claire Parks from Atascadero, California. Now, is she going to be able to improve on that first run score and make it even more difficult for these other ladies to take her spot? I don't know. We're going to find out. Claire Parks, run number 2, coming right up.
We're going to find out right now what she is capable of doing. She had a phenomenal first run. Let's see if she can one-up it on the second run.
Well, Alex's scores come in and puts her up into 4th place, jumping up a few spots.
Dropping in.
Here she goes.
A nice inward up the step up.
I think we found a crowd favorite in Claire Parks. Look at the height. Look at the cleanliness. She lands on the scooter the same exact way she took off and just powers into the next transition. Sets up for the next trick, executes it, and on to the next one. Look at the speed on the drop-in. Jumping the box backwards, pumping around the corner. Bar spin, double tail whip.
Cruising around the helmet with lots of speed. Going up and over the roller with a nice...
Oh, no.
And she just messed up that buttercup, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, so unfortunately that does mean she's probably not going to improve on that first run score, but she is our current leader. So if nothing changes from here on out with the next 2 riders, then she's going to be the world champion. There's only 2 more competitors that can knock her off that top spot. It's going to be Becca Ortiz, your current 2nd place, and your current 3rd place, Lucy Evans, the only 2 that can knock her out of the gold medal position. So this is a sweat. This is a sweaty one.
So we got 2 more competitors left, one of which is Lucy Evans, and the other is Becca Ortiz. It all comes down to these last 2 runs to figure out who our next world champion for the girls division will be.
Absolutely. I mean, months and months and even years of hard work to get to this spot. It's not going to be easy. Claire's not going to have an easy chance. She's going to be sitting on that sideline. You can see her over there, probably sweating, probably a little bit nervous, knows she's in 1st place, but also knows the talent she has coming up behind her.
So here's Lucy getting ready. Wiping her hands off. Palm sweaty, mom spaghetti. Here she goes, dropping in.
Check the speed, check the height, fast plan, front flip.
Big
pulls
front
it
flip.
Perfectly. Lucy Evans landing with speed, carving around that helmet. Bar twist over the roller. Big bri flip air, landing it so clean. Everything's so clean. Keeping that speed going, and check the height on this one. Tuck no-hander.
Big tuck no-hander over there.
I think she wanted to throw that in the first run, but it kind of got away from her. She didn't have any errors in the first run, but still, she was shaking her head after, and she knows she can improve. And so far, so good. This is an improvement. The tuck no-hander. These tricks she throws in between. Bar spin, tail whip. And this section here is so crucial because she throws 4 or 5 big tricks in right here. And if she sticks them all, it's going to be a good score.
She is killing it right now.
Bri twist.
Bri twist air. Going straight into the...
There's the Mick whip.
Mick whip. Finger whip.
Heel rewind.
Wow, she is killing it right now. She's got time for one more trick.
She do the bar twist whip. Oh, not going for it. Scooter fakie at the end.
Yes.
You love to see it. I think that's the run Lucy was looking for. Run number 2, the final run. That does it for her here at the World Finals. Let's see if it's enough. Claire Parks currently sitting with a little bit over a 73. It's going to take a lot to knock her off that spot, and it's all up to the judges from here.
It's literally all up to the judges. Whatever they choose, that will be the results. But we still have one more competitor, which is Becca Ortiz, someone who has been training hard and our current girls world champion. Let's see if she can regain her crown to still be the queen.
Yeah, with Becca sitting in second place, she knows what she has to do. She's been here before, and she's done it. Can she be world champ for another year in a row, or Are we going to crown a new world champion? The score's still coming in for Lucy Evans' second run. And the scores are finalized. 73, putting her in second place. So bumping Becca down to third place. Now, Becca's going to have to put in some work if she wants to take that first or second spot. If not, she's going to be going home with the bronze medal.
So our last competitor, Becca Ortiz. The crowd is getting hyped right now. A lot of people's favorite rider out here is Becca. So let's see what's going down. Dropping in, going over the roller with a big 1-foot toboggan. Heading over the step up with a triple whip. Rolling up and over with a huge backflip over the box. She does that so laid out, and it looks so nice.
It's so tough to get the power to get over that box while flipping backwards, and Becca just does it with ease. Flare tail whip. Oh no, slips the foot. That is crucial. She knew she had to step it up and not just do the flare. She's got the flare whip in her bag of tricks. She knew she had to put that one down. Unfortunately, just slipping the foot on it. But she's not defeated yet. She's still going. We know that a foot slip can be detrimental, and looks like she goes down right there on the rewind trick. And that does it for Becca Ortiz. I don't think that we are going to have any more changes in our podium.
So there it is, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Becca one more time. What a show from all the ladies out here. All right, folks watching at home, that does it for our women's world final. Coming in third place, Becca Ortiz, your previous champion, now sitting in third place. Second place going to the UK's own Lucy Evans, and your new world champion, Claire Parks, coming out of Atascadero, California, showcasing her skills to the world. Will, what did you think about that women's final?
I thought that was an incredible display of athletic ability by these girls out there. I feel like we've seen a new level of scootering amongst the ladies, and I'm so excited to see how the progression continues. Huge congratulations. This is so awesome.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and we're not even close to done yet. We still got our Junior World Finals coming up next. 20 of the best amateurs in the world competing here in Lake Havasu City at the ISF World Finals, and after that, it's on to the pros, the Men's World Championship, the showcase event here in Lake Havasu. We're going to pay some bills, but when we come back, Junior Finals.
See you guys soon.
Drop into Camp Woodward and be a part of the world's largest scooter community. Here you can ride with the pros and progress your skills.
I don't know who else.
So come link up with your new crew and go all out on our world-class facilities.
Everybody rides for Woodward.
This is Woodward Scooter Camp.
Hey, how do you know how long they're giving the juniors to warm up? Yeah, I mean there's more of them though. Probably give them 20, 15.
15 probably be good.
I mean, dude, I'm getting toasted.